Hi, I'm Angela Denny, and I'm with Lakeside Educational Network. Thanks for being with us today. Today, we're speaking with a professional who's been trained by the Institute for Family Professionals, also known as IFP. And IFP is a program of Lakeside Educational Network, which provides ongoing training to family professionals who serve children and family systems in the Philadelphia region. Our hangout today is co-sponsored by Lakeside and the United Way of Greater Philadelphia and Southern New Jersey. So today we're speaking with Pat. And Pat, can you tell us who you work for and what your clientele is like where you work?
I am a former Philadelphia prison system employee. I retired about a year or so ago, and the clientele are men, women, adults, as well as juveniles.
Okay, Pat. So in the prison system, I'm understanding the training that you had. Are there specific skills or any kind of concepts that you grabbed hold of that were very helpful to the clientele that you served in the prison system?
Yes, quite a few, as well as with my neighbor in particular. But anger, understanding anger, part one, part two, that was they were very, very good courses, which made me listen more and understand how thoughts are triggered, as opposed to anger, and how important the iceberg analogy was with that, looking at the outward behavior, the emotional, relational, as well as the, health, how someone's health is, and their self-esteem, where they are, what isn't being said, but what you see, the presenting behavior.
Mm-hmm. So it's sometimes different, I guess, what you're seeing and not noticing those triggers and not understanding anger as it is. You might have a different way that you deal with a prisoner at any one time when you don't understand that, like you had explained, what's going on below the surface there.
Correct. Yes. I also got a chance to really look at the clients differently, and I really learned how to listen, affirm, teach, and explore effectively. That was very, very good. And active listening, very, very good.
What kind of responses, Pat? Could you cite any examples of where you actually use those things with a prisoner that you can think of?
Yes, there was a woman who had a lot of pent-up issues. She had problems with her family because she didn't have a strong attachment with her mother. She had a drug and alcohol history, and she had several children, and her children were in placement. But just to listen to her, even though I didn't agree with a lot of what she was saying, the fact that I was listening, to everything that she was saying, you can agree to disagree. I understood, for example, the theory of attachment with Bowlby, because she didn't have that strong attachment with her mother. I could empathize with her. Also, it gave me a chance to look at the principles and explain to her that in terms of her children, I'm sure that there would be some type of reunification process with DHS, Department of Human Services. So it was important for her to be in contact with social services so that we could start that prior to her being discharged. And it gave me a chance to really let her know that there are no perfect parents. It is a balancing act, and it's not just it's a process. It's not an event. It's a process, and we're still learning.
Well, that's great that those things you learned there, Pat, were so useful to your clientele. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about IFP in particular? Maybe like how was the training different than perhaps some other professional development you may have had in your career?
Yes, I even share this with the instructors. I found the courses here to be much more in depth than what I learned on a master's level, especially with theorists. It was just more in depth, and I wish that I had taken some of these classes while I was going to grad school, because it would have just balanced everything more with me and make me understand more fully human development and growth.
All right, Pat. Well, that's wonderful. We thank you so much for your time today and for sharing with us. I really appreciate your candidness and the fact that you retired and came back, and how these classes have really served you well, it sounds like. So thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
For more information regarding IFP, you can visit us at our website at ifpros.net, and you can like us on our Facebook page at the Institute for Family Professionals. Thanks again for joining us today. I'm Angela Denny.